Man, this is really going to make the viewers upset.
Say it.
All right, so the EPA has found that the air inside your home, on average, is 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
This is what I've been trying to tell you. Listen to all the viewers out there. You're cooking at your house without using the range hood because it's too noisy. You love your Glade plug-ins because you think your house is smelly. You got your dog running around. We all love our dog. I get it. But these things are polluting our spaces, and we really need to do something different if we want to have a healthier environment. Hi, I'm Grant Vogel. I'm the Director of Product Development at Vogel Heating and Cooling in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm here to talk to you about the importance of healthy indoor air quality in our homes. Poor air quality affects your health because we're breathing thousands of breaths a day, and if we're around poor air quality, right, we're sucking in all of this fine particulate, this dust, and then it gets absorbed into our bloodstream through our lungs. And then we're redistributing that contamination through the rest of our body. So it's not uncommon, and the studies support this, that there are stroke downsides, there are heart attack downsides as we're redistributing that through our heart, and there's premature death as well. We know that 1 in 6 to 1 in 8 folks that die, that those deaths are related to air pollution. When you live on a busy road, you're exposed to a lot more particulate, whether that's from automobiles, combustion, or construction. Oftentimes there's a lot of dust that gets kicked up and particulate from that as well. So I mean, roads like Gravelway, Lindbergh, Manchester, that's probably the biggest one. People that live along that road and in close proximity are always being exposed to that. I live in Kirkwood, and I had this situation where they were grinding, I think setting a wire, for example, near the curbing. And I have an air quality monitor in my home because I'm a nerd about this stuff. And when I walked inside and I looked at it, the air quality was poorer in my home than it was earlier in the day because it tracks that. And I knew exactly why that had happened, and it was as a result of them grinding because they were doing it really pretty near to my home. So in order to have great air quality in your home, the first thing you have to do is be thinking about source control. So source control means using your exhaust fan when you're cooking. It means limiting your use of candles or choosing candles that are healthier, ones that don't have paraffin wax. Strongly recommend not using Glade plugins. Be cautious of the types of cleaning products you're using in your home, right? So there's all these types of things that we can be thinking about. But we understand you have your favorite candle. I'm not asking you to change your entire life. There's compromises. So beyond that, the most cost-effective thing you can do is to use a proper filtration system, one that's properly designed and properly installed. Of course, this is going to be able to keep the indoor air quality healthier in your home for you and your family, but it has the added benefit of extra protection for your HVAC system. Every filter has their pros and their cons. What I'd like to tell you about is the difference between, let's say, a bad filter and a good one. The first filter is this one here. So this is the filter that the manufacturer designs their system to use. It's designed to protect the equipment, but it's not there to protect you and your family from indoor air quality concerns like particulate, like dust, like we've been talking about. The reason that is because it doesn't have any of that pleating that a lot of filters have, where it has a lot more surface area. This is just very bare bones. It's fiberglass. You can really see through it. It's really just there to capture all the big stuff and to keep the equipment, clean. But it's not going to keep you healthier or keep the air healthy. So this one, in my book, nah. The next filter is this one. So this filter here is one that you'll commonly find at a department store of your choice. Doesn't matter which one. This is very common. And the thing is, this filter gives you like a false sense of security. It looks really nice. It's got the pleating like we talked about. It's very dense. It looks like it's really going to protect your family, clean the air. And on one side of the coin, I'd say it does clean the air, but they're so darn thick that the manufacturers don't love these. These cause unnecessary strain on your equipment, and they do not last as long as these filter manufacturers are telling you that they last. A lot of times they say they'll last 3 months, sometimes even 6 months. That's certainly not true. I would say a filter like this in a home that has a decent or has a decent amount of dust to collect is probably going to get you 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks at most, and then you're going to want to change this filter out. So although this one does filter the air better, at least from an air quality standpoint, than the other, this really isn't much better because the manufacturers don't like them. Manufacturers of the equipment, of Carrier, Trane, Linux, etc. So this one for me, as well. The last solution I want to show you is the one that Vogel recommends, and it's similar to the one I have in my own home. So this one goes beyond just filtration. This is an air cleaner. And so it's actually similar to the last one I showed you, except the difference is that it can clean the air properly for you without causing undue pressure on the system. It comes in a specific, specially designed cabinet. That's one that we would install at your home. And they last about a year, which is really convenient for you. More importantly, it seals really, really well. So we're not really having much air go around the filter. You're capturing that. And it captures just about everything that we want it to capture, leaving you with much cleaner air in your home than you otherwise would be able to have. The next step you can take is to prevent unnecessary dirty air leakage into your building through cracks and crevices in the building. The areas we're concerned about most are attics and basements and crawl spaces. So we know that both of those locations are quite dirty in homes. We've got dirty insulation up in an attic, we've got mice feces, pests, other things like that, sometimes even mold and moisture, and we really want to prevent those from being able to get into the home. Unfortunately, most of our homes are very leaky. When they're built, they're not air sealed really properly, and a lot of times aren't even air sealed to current code standards. So we can come in, we can air seal those places in between our living spaces and those dirty locations and keep all of that dirt, debris, animal byproduct out of our spaces. So really it's another form of source control, just one that takes a little bit more thought, a little bit more foresight, and a little bit more technique for us to be able to do for you rather than you doing it quite on your own. But the less stuff that gets into your home, the less stuff we have to filter. So that's why we do that. If you have any questions about how you can improve the air quality in your home, or you're curious about what the next steps might look like, give Vogel Heating a call today. We're super passionate about solving indoor air quality problems, and we're eager to collaborate with you to make your home's air as clean as it can be.